Hey there, divers! Today we're going to be hanging out on Farnsworth Bank off Catalina Island, California. This is going to be a pretty chill one. We're just going to be hanging out, taking some pictures, and enjoying the fishes. Come on and let's dive. Our day is going to start pretty early here on the Giant Stride dive boat. And that just means there's going to be a heck of a lot of napping in the V-berth. Now once we finish up our nap time and arrive on location, we're going to gear up. Out here on the back of the boat, we got room for 6 divers today. That means we get to pack especially heavy stages and scooters for everybody. It was an incredibly lovely, flat, calm day. Unfortunately, those calm days are sometimes the most insidious when it comes to inspiring seasickness among the crew. Make sure to take your Dramamine well before the trip starts. After a quick briefing, we're going to go ahead and gear up and then pop into the water. Basically, there's a big wall to the northeast side, and there's a slightly less impressive slope on the opposite side. Heading down this anchor line, we've got absolutely phenomenal visibility, more than 100 feet here, and then as soon as we get onto the dive site itself, it's going to drop down to much less impressive visibility, a little bit spongy actually on the structure. All the same, still an absolutely phenomenal place to be. Check out that super unique purple hydrocoral, as well as all of the nice swaying bull kelp in the surge there. We're going to start our dive just immediately heading northeast toward that lovely little wall. I found this nice little crevice with lots and lots of that beautiful purple hydrocoral. So we're going to take a couple minutes to take some pictures here. I'm shooting with a 12 to 40 millimeter zoom today, so I'm going to be trying out a couple different focal lengths on each spot. You can see me twiddling that zoom knob on the left side of my camera housing. After trying out a couple shots there, we're going to make our way off the edge of the wall here. You can see that bottom dropping away beneath us, and we're looking left toward that awesome silhouette of the cliff dropping down. As you can see, we've got our standard fishy friends, Garibaldis, large schools of blacksmith, chromis. We've got California sheep's head, all the normal citizens. Hanging off the edge of that cliff there, we're looking up toward the sun, looking at all that beautiful encrusting organisms, the gorgonians, the bryozoans, all kinds of little anemones and things. We're at about 100 feet here, and looking down below, we can see a nice Pacific electric ray hanging out beneath us. Unfortunately, he was about 20-30 feet farther deeper than we really wanted to go, so we're going to hang out up here and just kind of lament his existence. I really love these big, fluffy Cevalia gorgonians that we see here. They always appear on deeper, cleaner watered reefs, so it's cool to see them. You're probably going to see a lot of clips of me playing with my camera arm light positions. I've moved on to some longer arms recently. I'm still trying to get used to them and figure out how to position lights in the best way. I really like this little crevice here, tons of that purple hydrocoral, the nice big wall off to the side, and I got this scorpion fish coming right at me. Made for a really cool couple of shots. Moving along the wall here, I really enjoy the purple hydrocoral with the really yellow branching staghorn bryozoans. Makes really nice color contrast having that yellow next to the purple. Here's one of those shots looking up to the wall at all those nice corals. This here was another lovely little canyon, just absolutely chock full of those hydrocorals, and Hansi here was smart enough to get in there and give me a nice scale reference. I'm moving my lights a lot. I'm gonna end up just taking this guy and just pointing him at the floor, get him out of the way. Sometimes it's nice just to have one light pointing at the scene, get some really nice contrast going. We're going to be moving up this little canyon here, trying to get a little bit shallower. Been at 100 feet for a while. Spook this scorpion fish. He was posed really, really nicely. I wish I could have got a shot of him, but c'est la vie, I guess. I didn't get that last one, but thankfully this guy sat nice and still for me. Absolutely lovely little subject, just sitting there nestled among his corals. What a sweetheart. Just look at that guy. As we keep moving on, I see this little lump of rock here absolutely covered in those hydrocorals, and I think, man, that would be a really epic shot to get Hansi up above it. So I hand him my video light and I try to position him up there, and yeah, here's a couple cool shots. Really enjoyed this one. This first dive's coming to an end, so we're going to be making our way towards the anchor line here. We're only about 75, 80 feet maybe, and we're looking for that anchor line heading back up toward the boat in these shallower parts of the pinnacle here. On our way back up, we're going to be hanging out at 20 feet here for a little while, just letting that gas dissolve out of our tissues, and it's really nice. We get to enjoy that beautiful viz we lost on the way back down and just look at our friends' bubbles down below. Once on the surface, we create the human salp chain, as is tradition. Heading back down for dive 2, we're going to follow a pretty similar dive path. You can see this is the same little canyon that I hit up on dive 1. We're going to be heading towards that wall here off to the left side. Heading off over that same drop off from dive 1, you can see on this dive we're carrying Illuminati stage bottles. Now this isn't any kind of fancy deco gas, it's just extra nitrox. We did our first dive on back gas and used a substantial amount of gas, so we're going to bring these stages just to have a little bit extra to make sure that we can finish this dive real nice and easy. This spot's a little bit different from the others, not so much a crevice full of hydrocoral, but kind of a nice flat plain with a nice big school of chromies in the background. It's funny in the pictures, you can't tell that I'm hovering above 50 feet of open water just behind the camera. Really cool little spot there, and it's pretty cool in this second shot. I got a couple of those juvenile sheep's head hanging out in the background. Next up, we're hanging out the cliff here, and Hansi pointed out a couple of nice little tree fish hanging out in this crevice here. It's pretty cool little type of rockfish, the tree fish. We don't get to see them very often, so it's nice to snap a couple shots while you can. Really cool dudes, very striking fish with the very strong black bars, those big red lips. Here again, I've got a very showy scorpion fish that knows how to be a nicely behaved model. And he's gonna just sit there and let me take tons and tons of photos of him on this cool little pinnacle covered in those really nice yellow bryozoans and the purple hydrocorals. Gotta love a fish that'll just sit there and let you take picture over picture over picture, try different FOVs, different light angles, whatever you need. Good fish. Coming up to a really cool section of the wall here. I really like that red gorgonian. The cool whip-shaped tendrils they make is always really nice. And of course, we've got a little baby sheep's head, and then there's a couple of nice oceanic whitefish type of tile fish native to California that were scooching around in the background. This spot had what I considered to be a pretty high density of scorpion fish. Right here we can see 3 dudes just hanging out right next to each other, hoping for some little blacksmiths to come a little bit too close in the darkness maybe. Crazy to have these dudes just chilling here together. They're almost touching. Getting pretty low on these stages here, so we're gonna be calling dive 2 pretty soon. Hey, check out all these fish. Pretty neat, huh? Finish it all off, we are basically right back where we started in this nice little canyon full of corals. Big shout out to Hansi for being a good buddy and just hanging out while I take lots of pictures. Yeah, that's it for today. We're gonna make our ascent and call it quits. Again, marveling at that amazing viz on our way up. Kind of crazy how that couldn't have just continued down onto the actual dive site itself. We ran into Vlad and Haley on our way up, so they get to hang out and deco with us on the line. Here's some more of those lovely bubble streams coming on up. Check it out, we can see Juan and Tam are about 50, 60 feet beneath us. Absolutely clear as day in that really nice clean water. It's been a beautiful day. I'll see you next time. Safe diving and happy bubbles.